Whoa, whoa, whoa. What you gonna do, brother? Yeah, yeah. 5 people, 6 likes. I like those numbers. Looking good. Yes, indeed. Bill Burr's straw man rebuttal to her. Bill Burr sucks. Another cropped man. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely disappointing that Burr went over there. I mean, I don't care what anyone's politics are. By the way, my friend Jordan gave me this today. It's an actual ticket from the roast of Ric Flair. Um, they hate blacks, they hate women. I believe that Saudi Arabia, in some capacity, financed, at least partially, some of the hijackers' um, expenses from 9/11. And, you know, it's just kind of mind blowing that Bill went over there. I mean, his wife is black. That's the fucking crazy thing. And he can't need the money. Like, so it's really just like I just don't get it. Um, uh, well, I mean, I mean, there's a reason. I mean, someone, listen, 9/11 it wasn't that expensive to pull off, but it did cost some money. And where did that money come from? Why was bin Laden's family flown to the Middle East after 9/11? There were many meetings Muhammad Atta had over in the Middle East. So, it's just disappointing. I mean, I look up to Bill, um, which is weird because we're around the same age. But, I mean, I can't think of a single reason you would go over there if you didn't need the money. I mean, Chappelle don't need the money. Russell Peters definitely doesn't need the money. I mean, there's something out there waiting for us. We're all gonna die. Um, I mean, Jeff Ross, I could see completely going over there. That's not even in question. Dick Fitzwell, $1.99. You're not fucking around. Go Blues. Kip Smith, 11-month Bonzo Berry member. So, we're going to get the double ray gun. So, like Jeff Ross going over there, he's well off, but he ain't that well off. So it makes sense him going. I mean, he would play Hitler's bar mitzvah. Um, but some of the others, I mean, Jessica Kirshen, she's gay. How do you think a gay woman goes over to Saudi Arabia? Think about that. And they knew Tim Gillen. Tim Dillon was gay, and they still wanted him over there. Sorry about that, Gummo dude. The number one defense I'm hearing is, well, you'd go too if they offered you $1 million. Well, they're not going to offer me $1 million to do 30 fucking minutes. So, You know, it's literally like saying, Earl, would you be in porn if you had a 2-foot dick? Well, yeah, I guess I would. But you know what? I don't. Yeah, we don't do the all caps in here. Robert Hoggins. So tone it down. Um, yeah, 100% nobody. All I ask is that you hit the like and subscribe button, and you can go duty, you can pee and do, you can beat off, you can pee, beat off, and duty. I don't give a fuck. So, 100%. Thank you, nobody. Yeah, all good, all good. One more time, all caps, you're gone, Robert. Oh, I didn't see. I'm not watching the Chiefs game. I watched a little bit of hockey today. I worked out. Kings are we're 1-2. We lost 4-1 to Colorado at home. We then won in Vegas 6-5, and then we lost in Winnipeg, I think 3-2. So, um, all right, ACDC, do you want to do the honors, or should I? Yeah. Now, I don't order my moderators to do anything but put that man in a 24-hour timeout. 1.8 seconds. Kip Smith, well, you know, give him 24 next time. Sup, 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 sup. What up, Loopy Angel? What's a troll? I don't know what a troll is, but I can tell you what a troll is. Fuck yeah, Earlomania tonight. I love it. I love it. I think, well, Hitler could draw a crowd. You got to give him that. I mean, he'd be very well liked in the world of Los Angeles comedy. That's a fact, Jack. So, um, you know, but I don't really think about Hitler all that much. What side you fall on with that Saudi comedy show? We're already covering that, Kevin, but I'm, you know, obviously I'm against it. So, or maybe it's not obvious to you guys, but me personally, I mean, I look at Saudi Arabia, that part of the world. Like, I'll repeat it again, just because you seem nice, but they hate gays, they hate women, they hate blacks. I believe they were partially responsible for the financing of 9/11. So why the fuck would any American comic go over there? Well, they need the money. Chappelle don't need the money. He's there. Burr didn't need the money. He's there. Um, Russell Peters makes more money than every comic in that festival combined. He was there. Chris DiStefano, like, he don't need the money. He's there. Jessica Kirshen is a gay female. She was there. Like, it just. But if you don't need the money, you don't want the money. Like, I don't need the money technically, and if they offered me $500,000, I wouldn't go over there. I really wouldn't. And people say, "Oh, yeah, let's see that when they send money to your account." I'd send it back. What do you think? Well, a lot of those guys need the money. Now, I don't know what the Undertaker's like financially, but you look at Ric Flair. The guy's fucking broke. He's been a successful wrestler for 50 years. Like, he's been at the top of the wrestling ladder for 50 years. He's dead broke. Now, I don't know if the Undertaker's dead broke, but yes. Well, you got but 1 million. If they offer me 1 million, some guy last night. By the way, I had my first spot in about 1,000 years last night at the Laugh Factory. I'm back at the Laugh Factory. So, it's just. I don't know. I wouldn't go for any amount. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to watch that. I'll watch the highlights. Um, well, listen, I like money more than all you guys put together in the stream. I like nice things. I like having an 85-inch TV. I like having a nice iPhone. I like having a nice computer. I like having the money to buy fucking dozens and dozens of these. But I just can't imagine why any successful comic would go over there. It's going to do nothing for your career. It's not going to help you. And I mean, I'm blown away the most at Burr. I mean, his fucking wife is black. A black woman? How many black women do you see in Saudi Arabia? I just don't get it. And I don't think WWE goes there. I don't get that either. We're entertaining people that paid to have some American citizens killed. Fuck them. And I'm not trying to fake anger and trying to get extra views by being like fucking aggressive. Yeah, wrestling's huge in the Middle East. UFC's huge in the Middle East. Um, football. Why not put the NFL? Why not have an NFL team in Saudi Arabia? Uh, so, I mean, everyone's different. Um, yeah, he probably does. I mean, what? There's 21 people in the stream. I bet half would go over there, half wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, Pete Davidson, his dad was killed in 9/11. He goes over to the country that helped finance the fucking operation. I mean, it's like, it's just really like, I'm not trying to be like funny. I don't get it. But even the golfers, listen, I know a lot of those dudes, you think, oh, they make a couple hundred grand a week or whatever. They have high fucking expense reports. You think, like, I live within my means. And if I'm nervous about buying something, I don't buy it. If I walk into a store and I see a leather jacket that's really nice and it's $5,000, that's a little much. If I have to say to myself, that's a little much, I don't buy it. These guys are buying homes, Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, Maybachs, and then the next week they want something else. So, they might make a lot of money, but they spend a lot of money. Listen, I was fucking, uh, yeah, Club Jihad. Hey, 100% I have enough leather jackets. That is a fact, Jack. But I don't know. It just like, I'll never understand why people went over there. I don't understand, the live golf thing. I mean, Phil Mickelson. I don't know if he doesn't need the money. To be honest with you, I mean, look, Mike Tyson made, I think, a couple $100 million throughout the course of his career, and I think they said at one point recently he was like 400 million in debt. Like, where did that fucking money go? Now I don't know about Phil Mickelson necessarily, but you've got your posses and your homies, and you buy them things, and you can blow money pretty easily, and it's hard to say, well, you could blow a couple 100 million. I mean, you'd have to try. It's possible. Yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, look at. I mean, Tyson's the biggest example, but you look at Lennox Lewis. You make 30, $40 million a fight, or um, some of these. Look at Conor McGregor. I can see Conor McGregor being broke in a few years. He's by the Rolls Royces, bad investments. I mean, look at the guy from Judas Priest. Judas Priest has been what's his name? KK Downing. Judas Priest has been a successful band for 50 years. I'll be seeing them a week from tonight. And KK Downing, he's not in Judas Priest anymore. He's broke because he did some golf course investment, probably cost $100 million or whatever, and the guy's broke. And Judas Priest, how many hit records have they had? And even when the hits kind of dried up, they're still a touring entity. Like, I'm seeing Judas Priest and Alice Cooper next weekend. The show's pretty much sold out. 50 years after you debut, you're still selling out shows. And KK Downing, even though he's not in the band, probably gets a cut. So I don't. Oh, can you show us the Dodgers celebration with the dolls? Yeah, I could do that. Chicken Man, I could do that. Only because you're a legend in here. Look, we'll do a quick 30-second wrestling match. The Dodgers win. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Message Helper review. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's Prime Priest 86. I'm your turbo lover. I don't know what you're talking about there, Jack Blue. No, the Chandler doll is too busy trying to figure out where her next meal's coming from. Trust me on that one. By the way, the Laugh Factory set went great. I went on after Eleanor Kerrigan. It was like Comedy Store night at the Laugh Factory. I mean, I haven't been on that stage in about 10 years. Hulk Hogan. And I took a pic with you last night at the Laugh Factory. What up, Flanders? What up? Yo, 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 yo. A lot of people haven't seen the Chandler doll in a minute. She's trying to make ends meet. What do you think of Sanford and Son? Love Sanford and Son. I mean, ahead of its time. I mean, did I kill? No, but I did very well. I was a little nervous because the Laugh Factory is, it's a different layout. The crowd's a little more on top of you at the Laugh Factory. It's very well lit. Top 5 LA Kings. I mean, Gretzky, Robitaille, Marcel Dion, Rob Blake, Jonathan Quick. But I'm throwing in some names from the past. I mean, people are like, you're telling me Kopitar's not an all-time king? I mean, you got to throw in Gretzky and Dion. I mean, Dion was Dion. Dion was Gretzky before Gretzky. Gretzky, I mean, he got us to the Stanley Cup in '93, and I mean, it's tough. The Mount Rushmore of LA Kings. I mean, you could easily say Kopitar, Brown, Quick, Doughty, and maybe Dion. The Kings have had a lot of good players. Do you think the Panthers could win the Cup for a third time? Absolutely, absolutely. I don't, I did actually mention Michael Richards when I was up there. I had one joke that bombed, and it's funny enough. It's the joke Chandler gave me about Michael Jackson. Hey, it's one thing to be a pedophile, but a piazza too, and I don't say piazza, and it didn't really get a lot. I'm like, that's still better than when Michael Richards was here, and the crowd got a laugh. That joke at the Comedy Store in 3 years of telling it never not worked, not even once. But the Laugh Factory is kind of it's a different jam, as they say. Yes, that's a fact. Milan Lucic. Actually, when he hit his wife, that was the first time he'd won a fight in like 3 years. Hello. So you guys say I don't do jokes in here. Can you give us a few lines of Shadows of the Night by you got a super chat for that, baby. I mean, I can't just, start singing random songs for no money, honey. Them sideburns, bro. You look like the Beatles in the 70s. It's also a good job at the show. Thank you, Jack Blue 772. I believe you're new to the stream, so Jack, hit that like and subscribe button, baby doll. Chinese Mike, I don't get your sense of humor. I've played hockey. By the way, I got a new hockey stick yesterday. Ooh, I can't wait to play with it Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I might not stream because I'm going to play hockey at 7:30, and then I'm going to hightail it to the Troubadour to see the first show of their tour. The Click 5 is back, baby. Because she's bittersweet, she knocks me off of my feet, and I can't help myself, I don't want anyone else. She's a mystery, she's too much for me. but I keep coming back for more. She's just the girl I'm looking for. Um, I just saw Piper's in-ring shoot on Russo for the first time. Was wondering if you ever talked about it with him. We didn't talk about Vince Russo a lot. Yeah, and then last night was really cool. It's very unlike the '70s. The everyone wants to go to the Comedy Store. So, oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, Jack. I don't remember all the conversations I have, but welcome back. Um, so last night, me and all the Laugh Factory employees went to the Comedy Store to say hello to Dice Clay. And Dice is not really a hugger. As soon as he saw me, he gave me a big hug. I just looked at him and I said, "Hey, Max Goldman, Stugatz." Max Goldman was his character in that Crime Story. And here's the crazy thing. Have you ever been taking boxing lessons in case those young kids want to fight on Tuesdays? I did take boxing lessons from the Weaver triplets at Bodies in Motion in Century City. It was Floyd, Lloyd, and Troy. Now you might say the Weaver triplets. Who are they? Their brother was, I think, a heavyweight champ, Mike Weaver. Unfortunately, he was boxing in the same time period as Mike Tyson. So I don't know, TB. I don't know. Um, you do comedy. Can you give us something? No, I can't. Dice is awesome. And there was a buzz last night at the Comedy Store. Eleanor was there. Like, it was a good vibe. And all the Laugh Factory employees were having a good time. No, Chicken Man's actually funny. Hey. Dylan, are you still here? I feel bad. I was a little aggressive with you. My bad, my bad, my bad. Well, one of them hit a member. I do remember Body by Jake. That guy was a fucking hustler. And here's the crazy thing. Last night I went to my tattoo shop. I don't have any tattoos. I just go there to hang out. And who was there? The great Judd Nelson, who his first movie was also Dice Clay's first movie, Making the Grade. So that's a super chat, Buddhist Priest. Come on, you know better than that. See, if I do one thing for free, then everyone else is going to want something for free. And then before you know it, this stream is just one long grift. No, Dice's very first movie was Making the Grade with Judd Nelson. So it's just kind of funny to see Judd Nelson, after Dice. Full circle, full circle. So, Earl Skakel in the house. Welcome to Sunday Night Raw. In my dreams keep a haunting me. Get back, that ain't who I wanna be. If I could only see the look in your eyes, it wouldn't be such a big surprise. I'm sick and tired of talking about good old days. I'm sick and tired of everyone in my way. Do. Nobody rides for free. Nobody rides for free. Nobody. You gotta pay to play, so don't you stand in my way. You get the picture. Ray versus Johnny Carson fight. What the fuck? My Taco Bell order. I don't eat with the pores. EA Sports. It's in my name. How long were you in stage? For about 15 minutes. And then they told me to do whatever I wanted, which is great because I know the booker very well. And then Tiffany Haddish, I guess, had just walked in off of a bad date and wanted to go up. So, oh, I love it. I love it. His tag team partner. Maybe it was probably Nikolai Volkov. Yes, R.I.P. Robin Crosby, the great Robin Crosby. We don't do that kind of humor in here, IA Carp. So what I'm going to do, and I think I'm the only streamer who encourages other streamers or other viewers of streams to go to other streams. No other comic does that. Doom. All right, let's see who's live right now. We got Bobby Nick, the great Bobby Nick. We've got, I don't think anyone else is. We've got Nightwave Radio is live, the great Mersh. Check out that. We've got Raw Phil. I don't know who Raw Phil is, but he's got 1,000 people in the stream. So I'm clearly doing something wrong. But we've got a camera live from Bakersfield with 897 people watching. Man, I'm in the wrong business. And then not a lot of Dabbleverse people. So you're stuck with me, or you can go to Mersh, and or you can go to, um, I mean, maybe Karmic X is live. Who knows? Who knows? I don't care. Earl doesn't have time. I will do it. The Mariners win. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I don't know if I want Holtzman's gig at the mothership. I mean, I'm welcome back to the mothership, but I just, I mean, if I'm in at the Laugh Factory now, why the hell would I go to Austin? No industry is going to see me, so I'm going to be no better off than when I got on the plane from when I got off the plane. My comedy life right now is all about time management and effort versus reward. No, I heard Steph Toland was banned, but TV, yeah, I would love to do that. But I don't know what happened. I mean, I know that she in some videos had talked poorly about Joe, so I don't know if she, she was there and Joe walked in and said, "Get the fuck out" or something. It's really not. I mean, SNL's ratings are always down, but they still get millions of viewers. So it's not bigger than SNL. But it's doing very well. I mean, there's no denying that. Now, you could argue, is it better to go and kill Tony, like for me as a panelist, or go on the Tonight Show? I don't know. I like Biodome myself. I've done the Montreal Just for Laughs comedy festival twice, both times on Roast Battle. I would like to do Just for Laughs has a comic next year. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it might be. I don't know Dave Smith's numbers. So I don't, I can't say he's not right, but, I mean, Rogan is still the show you want to go on. Yeah, I mean, if you're arrogant and you're making minimum wage at Starbucks, I mean, listen, I don't know how much money he's making, but I'm sure it's a nice amount. I mean, and you're living in a no income tax state. I mean, he's living life right now, baby. I mean, Redband has 2 homes in Austin. He's got a condo and a house. So, like, I'm sure Tony makes more than Redband. But I don't, I'm not Kevin Brennan. I don't really care how much money someone else makes. I care about what I make, and I care about how am I doing, and I'm doing good. I can buy what I want to buy. I can buy front row tickets next weekend for me and the sound guy for Judas Priest and Alice Cooper, and I don't have to worry about it. So, what up, AW? I don't know, Round Ice. I was not doing stand up at that time, so I can't answer that question. So, I mean, I'm sure Joe took care of Red Band. That's a fact. I mean, Red Band's doing quite well, I can assure you. And he's got his own comedy club, so he's making money on that. And when I played it was standing room only. So I'm sure that Red Band doing quite well. I mean, Kill Tony would not be the same without Red Band. And Red Band is like the hidden gem of the podcasting world. He started Rogan's thing. He started Tom and Christina's thing. The Death Squad Chronicles at the Ice House was kind of innovative. You do a podcast, and then one comic goes in the room and does comedy. They bring up the next comic, and then that comic who was just on stage goes and does the podcast. Kind of innovative. Um, you cute as fuck, I can't say that word on the stream. Come on, man. But I appreciate that. I'm not really a hidden gem of anything. I've never seen the movie Lenny. I get asked a lot about Sam Hyde, but I don't know who they are. Vito Bratta, I don't think there's much of a need for a White Lion reunion. What though? There it is, baby. There it is. Yeah, I mean, I've never really cared about, I know in the Dabbleverse, well, I have more super chatters than you. Well, I have more Patreon members than you. Blah, blah. I guarantee you I have the nicest house. I'm not in the Dabbleverse, but if I was in it, I live in the most expensive part of Los Angeles. There's no one else in the Dabbleverse who could say that. I drive a $70,000 car. You got some people in the Dabbleverse who drive bicycles. The fuck out of here. Hey-o. Is Duran Duran the greatest 80s band of all time? I mean, they're good, but I don't know if they're the greatest. I mean, the greatest 80s band, I would say, is the Cars. You know, yes, Red Band has a club right. I mean, I think it's 2 down from the mothership, and I think the Chicken Man is high. But he's also been on a few other people's streams all day. I keep an eye on you, Chicken Man. That's a fact, Jack. I mean, Bon Jovi. I mean, Def Leppard was killing it in the '80s. So, but Duran Duran had a nice run too. So, I got high on Ray DeVito. So yeah, we don't Chicken Man. We don't talk about Ray DeVito in here. We just don't. Chicken Man. It pains me to do this. I'm gonna refresh who's live right now. I'm going to direct you to another stream for that outrageousness you just did. Let me see. Man, there's no one from the Dabbleverse streaming right now. Yeah, so you guys are stuck. Well, we got Bobby Nick. Bobby Nick members only, though, so be aware, members only. So the Chicken Man is hurting right now. The Cars aren't an 80s band. My God, that's all they are, an 80s band. I mean, they started in '78, but they blew up in the 80s. I mean, you guys are smoking bananas right now, to be honest with you. New moon on Monday. I'm going to do you guys a favor. We're going to do an exclusive since Hi-Fi Protege in here. I have not released this clip yet. Hi-Fi Protege. This is I should make this members only right now. Trust me, bro, it's real. So hold on, let me cue this up. This is the newest stream that will be out tomorrow. But you guys are going to see it tonight because you guys are fucking soldiers in the Earl Army. And I've not even watched this clip all the way through. I don't even know what this clip is, to be honest with you, but I trust Hi-Fi Protege. So we're going to do, here we go. I don't know if I'm killing, if I'm bombing, because I told Hi-Fi Protege, I've never been on Stephen Colbert, and I don't think I'm, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Spot in the room. Whoa. Something I said? Spot in the room. Oh, hold on here. Something I said? Spot in the room. Okay, here we go. YouTube. So this is a debut of, hold on. This is for you guys. Hi-Fi Protege, $1.99 for gas. This is a world debut for all, $1.99 for gas. This is a debut of what will be out to the world tomorrow. So let's pull back a little bit. This is courtesy of the great Hi-Fi Protege. Earl Skakel in the house. Sunday Night Live. Hit the like and subscribe button. And let's go. Sensing a trouble spot in the room. Is this something I said? Great room to do crowd work. I apologize. Hold on. I want you guys to know this will be my last set ever, so you'll never have to. All right, hold on here. Hold on. You'll never have to. Where's the fucking sound on this thing? Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, take two, take two. I mean, this is a world premiere. I'm nervous. All right, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's roast. I'm sensing a trouble spot in the room. Is this something I said? Great room to do crowd work. I apologize if I've offended you. I want you guys to know this will be my last set ever, so you'll never have to. No. Carry on. Thank you, Kimosabe. Sure, I'm Jewish. Don't ever point at me like that again. Carry on. I must carry on now. Carry on, my wayward son. I'm going to do a joke right now that might lose the room. But in some ways, you can't lose a room you never really had in the first place. All right, I'm not going to do the joke for now. Yes, do it, do it, do it. Even if one more person yells, do the joke, I'm not going to do the joke. Okay, I'll do the joke. I'm going to need a little audience participation, nothing too heavy. Just clap when I give you the signal. Hold on, when I give you the signal. No wonder films cost a fortune to make. You can't follow basic instructions. So don't clap too hard, but a little louder than normal, you know. I'll take it from you. When I give you the signal. Wow, this has been one of the best shows I've ever been. This crowd is spectacular. It's an honor to do my first special on Tubi, and I mean, my last one on Furby did so good that, hey, we all remember Michael Jackson, right? Yeah, I mean, we all remember Michael Jackson, right? Yeah, I mean, the king of pop. I mean, it's one thing to be a What, I'm the bad guy? I mean, Stevie Wonder could see what was going on at that ranch. Okay, I took a shot. I thought I had you guys. Don't clap like that. I'd rather hear no clapping than... You got it. You got the deal. So that was a world premiere that will be out on YouTube tomorrow at about 10 a.m. Let's see what else we can snipe. You know, weekly dabble review. We certainly want to keep up on that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, look at this video. Wow, isn't that weird that video would pop up? But I'm not allowed to play it because that's... If you know, you know about this video. But Andy Herring, New York City, $5. Earl, I will be in Los Angeles on November 5th for a week. Hope I get to catch your set. All the best. Peace. Hold on here. I'll give you guys a little, you guys will probably like, hold on. Whoa, I got the sound. There we go. This is silent film. Just imagine Air Supply's making love out of nothing at all. What the fuck is going on? That's exactly the reaction I wanted. See, I can't play the music that's going over it, but I can't show you the video. What up, Leo Gunn? I know just what you're thinking. Making love out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all. These were in the good old days, you know. There were some good old days. What am I, Karmic X? Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Yeah, the chat is lit today. Whoa, whoa. I'm surprised this actually didn't happen. Look at that. Hockey bruises. I'm going to go no, seeing Doc and live. I am a good actor. Look at that. I can make the rhino stumble. I can make the final call. I'm surprised this actually didn't happen, to be honest with you. She probably thought about it. That's a pretty big dick. Look at that. I mean, for being soft, look at that. I mean, oh, hold on. Let's get that back. I mean, look at that. Look at that bulge. Fuck, I missed the antennas. Damn. Well, it's time to put together enough pennies for a bacon burrito. Hey-oh, hey-oh, Earl Skakel in the house. I'm just trying to, yeah, Don Dokken. Fun fact about Don Dokken is I actually got to kick him out of Lemmy's dressing room once. So, I don't think Dokken is still great. I mean, it's no George Lynch. I don't think Mick Brown's in it anymore. I mean, Dokken had a nice run. Don't get me wrong, but you know, just they, you know, they just weren't attractive. Um, I mean, I do like Dream Warriors. I like Breaking the Chains. That's about it. Yeah, a couple. I mean, you'd be one of the few people who actually liked his voice. Breaking the chains around me. Alone Again. That's a good song. Into the fire. I'm calling. 100%. That's a fact, Jack. I should get into pole vaulting. Blackie, Lawless, and Wasp. Dirty Balls. Um, yeah, Dan Tana's is. Let me know when you're going. I'll set you up with a resi through my friend who's the head maitre d'. Take me back. I mean, Dawkins had some hits, but you know, I don't think they were great live, and you know, I don't think the chemistry in the band was good. I mean, George and um, Don just didn't like each other. Just listen. I've been on TV shows where you think everyone would get along, but we all hated each other. So, well, I mean, they weren't bad looking, but they weren't like Poison, you know. So musically, they were probably. I mean, Mick Brown's a great drummer. Jeff Pilson's a great bass player. You know, obviously George Lynch almost got the Ozzy slot ahead of Jake Ely. And I mean, I'm hearing Ace is in bad shape, and Gene passed out the other day on PCH. And let me tell you something. Not to talk too much about local roads, but I can get anyone a reservation at Dantana's. Trust me. Would you take DeMartini over Lynch? Well, it's not taking them over. I mean, they're both great. I like Rat's music better, so I like DeMartini. But I do think DeMartini suffered when Robin Crosby was starting to get sick and, you know, fucked up on drugs. Yeah, I mean, that band was hungry. You know, they had that raw energy that, you know, at that point wasn't prevalent. I mean, you know, because it was the pretty boy bands, you know, Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, you know, Kiss when they looked like fucking gay pirates, Rat, Cinderella, you know, and just Guns N' Roses. They were almost a precursor to grunge, where it was just like this dirty music, you know, hungry, young and hungry. Yeah, I mean, you could feel their hunger um, through that record. So I know. Sounds horrible, but Lois is actually in great shape. You know, Lois is good. I mean, you know, that cough sounds horrible. Well, they were always on drugs. I mean, you know, I don't think Guns N' Roses was never not in drugs, but, you know, when they hit the scene, you know, they were just young and fucking hungry and would do anything to make it. And they did it. I did have a fun set last night at the Laugh Factory, and it's a different vibe at the Laugh Factory than the Comedy Store. So, and I saw Friday night. Because I'm the backdoor man, I got to see Lita Ford, my friend Bobby Rock on drums, Patrick Kennison on the electronic guitar, both of whom have been in my condo on the Inappropriate Earl show. Well, Tesla's problem was they were not a good-looking band. I mean, Tesla looks like an Amber Alert lineup. You know, Cinderella was probably one of the better bands musically of that era, but you know, they still had the glamminess. And you know, I think Jeff LaBar, rest in peace. I met him at Zany's in Nashville. He was fucking awesome, man. You could tell he was in a much better place, and then he died not long after that. And also in the crowd was Mark Slaughter. And so when I walked on stage in my Vinnie Vincent T-shirt, he looked up at me, and even though we're not worthy, it was respect, respect. No, he's not related to Sam Kinison. But well, Cinderella had a nice run with Long Cold Winter. Night Songs was a pretty big hit. I think Bon Jovi called in some favors, but someone told me Bon Jovi took most of their early publishing. So, but Fred Coury, the drummer, makes so much money right now doing film and TV scores. Why is everyone a mod and not me? Well, I mean, Jack, I only have like 8 mods. I don't need a ninth. But if someone leaves, Flat Cat Jessica is close to being terminated as a moderator, so I'll keep you. I'll keep you in the loop. Dick Fitzwell trying to cause some trouble between me and Brennan on X. I know your game, Fitzwell. What up? We have a Dabbleverse legend in the stream, Dick Fitzwell. He's a real internet saboteur with Brennan and Chad Zumick. No, the mods don't. I have some cool mods. I mean, listen, being a moderator sucks. Oh shit. Leo Gunn, who spends most of his hard-earned money in Kevin Brennan's stream, has generously donated $5. Earl, your boy Chad Zumick challenged Beloved Chatter to a duel to the death. Beloved Chatter already bought plane ticket to meet him. Things getting heated. I'm concerned. Well, I don't know what a duel to the death means. Is it a basketball game? Is it a fight? I don't think Chad would do very well against Beloved Chatter. I had the pleasure of sharing a hamburger with him at the first Hackamania. So, he's a pretty big guy. So I don't know what the duel to the death is. I never listened to Ecstasy. Well, because listen, you have to pay. See, here's the thing. Here are the Dabbleverse rules, baby doll. Beloved Chatter or a Doom has to be in the stream. But if people pay for Dabbleverse questions or information or just general knowledge, I'll talk about it. I mean, that's $5. I mean, $5 is $5. Gig's a gig. See, the super chats for Dabbleverse, that's my Saudi Arabia comedy festival. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to talk about the Dabbleverse, but for $5, I'll talk about the Dabbleverse. You know what I'm saying? What am I, steel toe? Grifting now? Blaming Kevin. I like Kevin. Kevin's fine. I don't take anything Kevin says about me seriously. It's Kevin's shtick. He's always got to have an enemy or a target. And he's got so many humps around him, like Clearwater Chad and these fucking complete losers who, let Kevin talk to them like he does. Fuck that. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. I mean, like, how Ray DeVito goes back on MLC is mind-blowing to me when Kevin constantly rips into him. So. Well, I like to, there are some new people in the stream, so I'm not saying you're retarded. I'm just saying I like to inform the new people, because I know we do get some runoff from Dabbleverse streams. So, there are rules. Doom, Beloved Chatter have to be in the stream to talk about Dabbleverse, or you can talk about the Dabbleverse if you super chat me. That's the closest I'll come to grifting you guys. So, hey, we'll go another 5 minutes, guys. This stream has just flown by, babies. Or, for each minute after 60 minutes, it's $1 a minute. Hey-oh, Streamlabs, PayPal, StreamYard. My old local pizza parlor in Canoga Park turned into a Club M in the late 80s. Yeah, I mean, there were some, bands that played. The Valley was a hotbed for bands. No, Rush. I've seen Rush once. That was enough for me. I'm not a super fan of Rush, and I know they're like great musically. I just Yeah, I mean, I love Kevin. We all love Kevin, and Kevin is the funniest person in the Dabbleverse. I mean, it ain't even close. It's Kevin and then everybody else in terms of actual comedy ability. Clip that, Doom, you son of a bitch. What up, Big Black? We got a streaming legend in the stream. Big Black Leo Gunn. So, well, I mean, yeah, Kelly. I saw a picture of Kelly Chase yesterday with Tony Twist, and I met Kelly Chase in Victoria Island. I was doing a comedy show with Rob Schneider, and he must be from there, and he was in the hotel, and I just said, "Hey, I'm a big fan," and we go see Rat with Warren. I've already seen Rat with Warren and Steve about a month ago at the Grove in Anaheim, and it was awesome. Sound was a little wonky the first three songs. I think they had Steven too high in the mix, and you couldn't really hear Warren's guitar. And then about the fourth song, they righted that. Well, I was a weird kid. I mean, it's like I'm Jewish, but I was raised Catholic. I was actually a West LA kid, but I went to high school in the Valley, so I kind of got the best of both worlds. Um, I mean, I think Lifeson and Geddy Lee just really love playing. So what are you gonna do? I mean, they're only gonna play Rush songs. So I mean, I don't know the girl. I'm gonna assume she's a very good drummer. She's coming in for Leo Gunn, and 100% I'm a weird kid. I mean, that's no doubt about that. Say, yeah, you too, Jack Blue. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, I mean, the Tubes did. Well, Kennedys aren't bulletproof. See what I did there? That's just quick improv. I'm too quick. For you trolls in the stream, and I know you're not a troll, cool boy, I'm just too quick. No one in the Dabbleverse could have come up with that line like that. And you know what? The day a troll gets the best of me, I won't even notice. I'll be too busy looking good. Now, what movie is that from? Well, I mean, Rush is very good. I saw them once live, and you're just like, I was looking at Neil Peart drumming, just like, holy fuck, man, I'm lost in the sauce here. Thank you, cool boy. Yeah, I mean, the Tubes did sing without Fee Waybill for a minute, and then I think I lost a little bit of interest in the Tubes when Vince Welnick, who was the second keyboard player, left to go to the Grateful Dead. But I mean, the Tubes are a great band. I mean, they're definitely, and it's weird because their two biggest hits, "Talk to You Later" and "She's a Beauty," kind of changed the dynamics of the band. I mean, they were not that pop radio type of band. They would sing like songs like "White Punks on Dope," and so they kind of like they still tour because of those two songs. Everyone knows those two songs, especially "She's a Beauty." But here's an interesting fact about the "She's a Beauty" video. The little kid in the video is Rosanna and David Arquette's brother, who then became Alexis Arquette, and unfortunately passed away. Yeah, I don't dress up for Halloween. I mean, I like to hit the parade. We will hit the parade. I will also take you deep into the Rainbow October 30th, which is bike night at the Rainbow, which is a lot of interesting people. Well, thank you, SC. I don't really follow baseball that much, so Connie Lingus, I love you, baby. Oh shit, we got Leo Gunn gifting 5 memberships. That definitely gets a ray gun, but you get the baby ray gun. You get the 5 bumps for the 5 memberships. So thank you very much, everyone. I see we got some lurkers in there. I love when someone gets memberships and you see lurkers in the stream. You never know who's lurking in my stream, but I do. And members to the chat. So I think, there's a Bonzo Berry level and another level, and you just get different perks, Stevie. Bike Night at the Rainbow is pretty interesting. The Vagos basically run it, and of course I'm I'm a friend of the club. Let's just say that. So I'm taken with open arms. EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the first time I said this tonight, but please, we're 16 minutes in. We'll go a few more minutes. Let's hit the like and subscribe button. Eh? Yeah, lurkers are people who go into a stream. They're not a member, so they don't speak in the chat, so you won't see their name in the chat, but they're watching. And you never know who's watching your stream. You'd be surprised. But I know everyone who's watching my stream because I'm a comedy soldier. What up? What up? Sailing girl. So when someone gives like 5 memberships, it's just random. So someone who's trying to hide in the stream by just watching and not chatting, they could get outed. 100%. Subscribe and like, or like and subscribe, whatever, I'm just trying to get you guys, here's the thing, you guys are like, oh, this stream, you're only really getting like 20, 30, 40 people in there. Well, the more subscriptions are, the higher you go up in the algorithm and you make the money, honey. So, Earl alive. So, let me see what's going on. Who knows? Well, this next weekend I'll be at Jordan's wedding, and then I'll be at Alice Cooper and Priest. So hopefully I'll be at the Laugh Factory or Comedy Store before Friday. Yes, Dick Fitzwell, Jim Kelly. It is defeat you must learn to deal with. Oh, really now? I won't even notice. Oh, because when it happens, I'll be too busy looking good. The great Jim Kelly. I mean, I was told to, contact the booker. So, but I'm friends with the booker, which is really the only reason I got the spot. I mean, the Laugh Factory, since I got a spot there, probably over. If you take away opening up for Rob Schneider, I haven't gotten a spot at the Laugh Factory in over 10 years. So I would say in those 10 years, they've had at least 10 bookers, maybe more. So, I love Gary Newman. Well, no, they all went in my car. Like, the Laugh Factory doesn't have like a shit ton of employees because there's only one room. So I had the booker, and if you look at my Instagram stories, you'll see the booker actually sat in the trunk because I had to fit 3 Laugh Factory employees in the regular seats because I had my hockey sticks in the car. It was a weird layout, and I know. Wait, hold on. Let me get your original. Oh, no, no, no. I mean, I was going to a friend's birthday party, and the booker from the Laugh Factory just randomly messaged me saying, "Hey, can you close out the show tonight?" And I said, "Listen, I've got one," because I've known her for years. Uh, I said, "Listen, there's one fly in the ointment of me playing the Laugh Factory. I cannot be on the lineup with Jeremy Piven. So as long as he's not there, I can close out the show." She said he won't be there. So, yeah, hit the like button, you heroes. Slacking tonight, yeah. I mean, well, they're pretty good. 43 likes, 34 people in here. I think I saw the subscription, but, the guy got me too'd out of Hollywood for being a fucking creep. So I don't really care to be on a lineup with him. Well, I mean, everything with Gary Newman kind of sounds the same. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't mind obviously if the chat's more popping, it's better. But listen, a number's a number. So, 34 people and 43 likes, that's pretty good for me. I've definitely noticed an uptick in people watching. Obviously, I'm not like on Kevin Brennan's level, or I think I was watching a stream of Melton the other night. He had like 1.3 thousand people in there. Like, that's crazy to me. But, he's also an OG podcaster. Like, whether you like Melton or not, he's been doing this longer than us all. So, I'm not saying it's going to take me 20 years to get that many people watching, but, I'm a relatively new streamer. Yeah, I like Chemical Romance. No, I don't get too many bots, to be honest with you. Um, so yeah, no, I appreciate everything. I mean, listen, everything helps, you know. Um, I love Gary Newman. I mean, he was very innovative. Um, oh, I don't think so. But I don't know Cold Sea. I mean, I only really worry about myself. Who's your guilty pleasure music? The Village People. Well, but I could have done both spots because the Laugh Factory show last night, I went on stage at 11:10, and usually I go on stage at the Comedy Store at 12:30 ish. So I could definitely do both spots. But it'd be tight. If someone like if Tiffany Haddish went on before me, and she ran the light or something, then it'd get a little tight. Um, uh, but what a big bones motherfucking Jones. Ben Jones, the 40th person in the stream. Fuck yeah. So, but it was nice to be in at the Laugh Factory. And, people noticed, oh, Skakel was at the Laugh. I had about 5 comics message me going, bro, you were in at the factory. That's awesome. You're the closer all over. Steph, oh, 100%. But Tiffany doesn't really try hard. Like she went on stage last night because she was coming back from a bad date, so she just wanted to get up and vent. So it wasn't. I don't know. I mean, she did okay, I guess, but put it this way, I would have had no trouble following her. Yeah, I do like the fact that most MAGA people don't really know that YMCA and Village People were very homosexual. Like that's what up, Sasha? Well, the funniest thing is when the Village People, that song "In the Navy," they want you, they want you, they want you as the new recruit. They actually used the in the video in the Navy video as a recruiting tool for the Navy until I think like one like 12-star general saw the video and he's like, "Oh, these guys are." Um, yeah, I mean Gary Newman was innovative. Like without him, there's probably no Nine Inch Nails and other new wave acts. I mean, they all were derivative of his sound, and he's way more than just Cars. Steph is great. I love Steph. We used to talk a lot more, but uh, where did you see that Rudy Baga? I've been hearing. Let me uh, let me see that. Let's see if I can find that. I've heard. I mean, that's the talk of the Comedy Store right now. Yeah, so booted out of mothership. But I could see her. I mean, she's kind of ballsy, and she don't give a fuck. Um, okay, let's see here if we can get the real story. But she's the type to tell Hinchcliffe to fuck off and just walk out of the green room. So I think she's hot. Like she's got that look. Um, I'm not going to watch that for 9 minutes, but yeah, I mean, basically, I'm not sure what happened, but the green room there is very, um, it's very guarded, if you will. So, I don't think if you play the game, it was a dude, Sasha. It was some guy named Raven. I thought it was a girl. You hear a girl, you hear the name Raven, I just assume it's a girl, but it was a dude. So, yeah, my friend saw the show the other night in Detroit, so it was great. She got me a T-shirt. So, well, I just think Steph, in terms of she don't play the game, because she's at a high enough level where she doesn't need the mothership. She really doesn't. Like, and the mothership doesn't need her. So it's a great, um, but the mothership is a very alpha male. That green room is very alpha male. And I could see Steph walking in there, and I don't know what happened. I'm not going to watch the clip with her and Santino, but I could see them like trying to bully Steph, and she probably called Hinchcliffe a piazza or something. And then, all right, get this cunt out of here. So I think it's pretty funny. Steph is in with Bill Burr. I apparently she got kicked out of the green room. I don't know the details. I don't know who was in the green room. So, um, you know, I don't know. It's like the talk of the comedy world right now. The Zips are undefeated this season. We're 3-0. We beat Florida and I believe Clemson. So we beat two top 10 teams. But Devo started in '74. Are we not men? We are Devo. Did you make the money, honey? I mean, I've made $13 tonight. I mean, that's hey, a pink pussy room. Pew! Hey, let's get the 50 likes, man. Let's get the 50 likes. And if you're new to the stream, please hit the subscription button. Last question, Earl. Who is the best closer in the history of the Comedy Store? I mean, that's a tough one. If you look at the main room closers, it's Holtzman, Kennison, Brody, Tripoli, me, and Barris to a degree, although he's more known for closing the original room. I mean, it's tough. I mean, it really, I mean, Kennison's obviously the most famous. I mean, we're all great. I mean, I don't think one was better than the other, to be honest with you. Yeah, Jared Goff. I mean, good. Yeah, he's doing good. He's a millionaire. He's a great quarterback. Probably is a big hog. He's got life pretty much the way he wants it. Yeah, I mean, you know, the Jets are a bad team, man. So it's going to be a long season for the Jets. And they'll get a number one pick and then probably won't do very well. I mean, my Steelers are looking good. Although I'm worried they're going to trade the Muth, Pat Fryermuth, because, well, thank you, Steve. She's sleeping right now. I believe, with Washington and Smith from Miami, uh, I've never seen a team run a three tight end offense, but a lot of people say that. I get the Philip Seymour Hoffman vibe a lot. We'll go another 2 more minutes, guys. Two more. That's a fact, Jack. I cannot play the stool drums that well. But it was fun. Every now and then, me, Brody, and Don would do the fake band where I was drumming right alongside of Brody. What is your dream? My dream is to do stand-up comedy on the road at major clubs and theaters with my friends. I don't want to ever do comedy again with someone I don't like. So that's pretty much my dream. All right, a minute and a half, guys. This was a nice, tight 75-minute stream. And yeah, but he never went on last at the Comedy Store, cool boy. Yeah, I mean, the Chase will be there at the end. I did not watch Smash Machine. I'm having trouble going to a movie theater these days. Earl will be in Tampa with, mark my word, performing on the road. Whatever happened to Jim Jeffries? I don't know. He's a drunk. So, all right, guys, we're in the 1 more minute. 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Time is an illusion, but listen, time is something that you don't really realize how little you have of it until it's gone. What is this, a Springsteen song? So Mersh is still live, I believe. So if you guys want his particular style of humor, he's on live right now. And we got a live scanner feed with 100 people watching in Sacramento. A few favorite Canadian comedian of all time? Ian Bag. Yes. No, I can afford to see the movie. It's weird. I don't want to. I don't know. It's so easy to just go on Netflix and watch a movie or a Tulsa King or whatever, and I don't know. I mean, no crazy airport stories, Sasha. Not really. That's easy. Jim Carrey, then Russell Peters. I mean, I would I mean, Ian Barry's really good. He's not as famous as Jim Carrey or Russell Peters, but well, he's more famous, but I don't think he's as funny. I mean, but it's two different styles of humor, to be honest with you. Um, so 30 more seconds, guys. Get your last minute questions in. With the neon sign, Nancy Alvarado is my name. Earl Rampt Skakel. I love both Jim Carrey and um, Russell Peters. Um, yeah, I'm going to watch maybe an episode or two of Tulsa King when I end this stream. He was a legend. Just Jim Carrey was probably before you at the store. He was definitely before my time at the store. But I did work with him on I'm Dying Up Here and one episode of the weekly show of Roast Battle, where at the end of the show he just walked up to me and said, "Hey Archie, where's Edith?" Good night, Sasha. Thank you guys for tell us a joke. You guys to show me the money, honey. Coming into a stand-up comic stream going, tell me a joke. Like I'm some monkey at the circus bouncing a ball off my nose. Shit.